Hi, I'm Dylan from Environ. We're the industrial chimney company rep for Ontario, Canada, and today we're going to look at Model VIC double wall on how to install an adjustable length. So first step here is we're going to loosen up this locking band. I've already sort of pre-loosened it. Finish up the rest here. All right, and what we'll do is we'll first clean the adjustable and the length. So we'll take some rubbing alcohol, acetone, brake clean, and what we'll do is we'll rub this on here just to make sure that there's no oils on the stainless, because silicone will not cure to anything that has oil on it. All right, so we've cleaned that on the inner flue, and our next step here is to put a bead caulking 2 to 3 inches from the edge. So we've already pre-loosened that locking band. Next step here is the silicone. So I'll just quickly apply this here, 2 to 3 inches from the edge. And now you may not always be able to work on a table, so sometimes you'll be working in the air to do this. Not as fun, but it's part of the job. All right, we're nearly done here. So we got a nice bead, basically 2 to 3 inches from the edge here, and now we can basically assemble our adjustable length to the length. So what we'll do is we'll just press this on. So the adjustable comes at a maximum length and you can only adjust it down. So, but our next step here is to tighten this 7/16 hex head, and but first we have to move it down to the bottom of the joint here. Oh, let's just loosen it a little bit more. Might help if I loosen it just completely. There we go. All right. All right, so what you got to do is make sure it's fully seated on there, and we'll get this nut started, or this bolt started. All right, now that that's started, feels like we're all the way seated here. We'll get this tightened up. All right, so we've got the outer casing attached. The screws are still in it, and you can see there's a little bit of silicone in there. Just reach in there with your hand and give it a good smear, just to make sure that it's all smoothed out. All right, so if you do need to adjust this down, in this case this is a 12-inch adjustable, but it also comes in a 24-inch adjustable. What you're gonna need is your 1/4-inch hex head, and we're gonna remove these screws. So, in this case, there's only 3 because we're in a small diameter. The larger diameters will have more screws. All right. So our last step here is to adjust this down to our desired dimension. Obviously, in this case, it's easy because we don't have a real desired dimension, but on site, you'll have to make sure you push it down to whatever dimension you want. So it just slides down, just like such, and let's just say that's our desired dimension. So we just reduce that down, and what we'll do is we re-put these self-tappers back in. Like such. Obviously, if you had a better drill, it would go quicker, and that completes the installation of a VIC double wall adjustable length. If you need to reach us, our number is 416-745-0144, and thank you very much.